Thank you for having me.
Thank
Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. I just want to say what's going on with the glasses.
yeah. So I was doing a stream last night, and contact lens came out, and it had been
disgusting,
and it had been playing me up, and I cannot find any others. I don't have any others. I don't have any like that was it. So I'm kind of having to run with glasses for a little bit. So have you ever done contact lenses?
Yeah, there was a hot second on the channel where I was. So
Okay, nice. So
but
you gave
obviously not anymore.
No, no. Glasses suit you though.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Hey,
I do want to point out too that this episode's for everyone watching it on replay, whatever. They don't get your big hello. It just starts with, so what's up with the glasses?
Yeah, well, yeah, fair, yeah. Do you know what? I never quite know when to start it, and it does clip things off sometimes, but
rudely.
You know, that's YouTube just being YouTube. But yeah, we've got a lot to talk about. I wanted to get the CM Punk news out of the way because I think there is a bit of fatigue around it. There's been a lot. I mean, every channel has done a billion videos on it, as you can understand. And so I wanted to get your thoughts because obviously I think your relationship with AEW is fascinating because you seem to be really into it to the point where you was buying tickets, you was going to the shows, your mum was watching it, you was having conversations about it. You seem to be a fully signed up member. And then I don't know what it was that happened, but something happened and you started to like drift away. I actually don't know quite what your relationship is now because sometimes you watch the shows, sometimes you don't watch the shows. So how are you feeling about AEW right now? And what do you think about CM Punk being fired? I mean, that is a big second part to the question, but
first things first. AEW has always been and will always be my favorite wrestling promotion of all time. I've never said anything to the contrary. I think Tony Khan is Booker of the Year. I think that New Japan is baby stuff. WWE is like that cool kid in high school, but you're in college, so they're not even cool anymore. AEW knows me. They get me. They put on shows that I love, and they've done no wrong. And I'm really excited to continue to watch them. I watched All In, I watched All Out, I watched Collision, I watched Impact. I've been really watching a lot.
Been all over that AEW content. I do like AEW Impact.
Yeah,
good show.
Tuesday nights, Thursday nights.
And so, okay, so you're on board with them. Thoughts about CM Punk then? Like, was this a surprise? I mean, like the news had broke about the Perry incident. I mean, we must have spoke about that last week because obviously it happened at All In. So
we haven't talked about Punk drama. We've wanted to,
all right,
but unfortunately, there are more important things to talk about. Like, I don't remember. I can go back to the past 3 episodes, probably like OCD.app or whatever.
That has featured a lot, actually. That has featured a lot. But let's try and dial into Punk right now.
Okay. You want me to call?
No. When I say dial in, I don't mean no. Actually, yes, do it. That would be fascinating. Actually.
Okay, let me Google CM Punk's phone number.
If you good luck with that. But yeah, what was your takeaway?
He's a pissy baby, crybaby. I think he's a bozo. I think he's a bad actor. And I did Google his phone number, and there is a number.
Okay. I don't suggest calling it. Does it look like a real number?
I'm Googling it.
You're Googling to see if it's...
It is WWE's corporate headquarters.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, definitely don't call that. Oh, boring.
No.
Boring. So,
sorry.
Right. That's all right.
So what are my thoughts on CM Punk? Okay. So everyone knows he was one of like the 4, Daniel Bryan, Bray Wyatt, CM Punk, John Cena, that really got me into wrestling in that era. John Cena wasn't even wrestling, actually. He was injured or some bogus thing. So the thing about CM Punk is I was team CM Punk. I loved when he was like, I want to go to PWG and wrestle the Young Bucks. Fact of the matter is, he's not a man of his word. He sued his buddy Colt Cabana. He, literally suing him years before Jimmy Buffett died, which is terrible to sue someone named Cabana. And then he didn't even go to PWG. Jericho went to PWG before him. Jericho, who can't even sing in key to his own song at Wembley, went to, and he hasn't even done any Ring of Honor dates or whatever. So CM Punk is a phony. Remember that episode we did on Cody, and I said he's a phony? Well, CM Punk's like Cody if Cody was really a phony. Right. And the difference, though, between Cody and CM Punk is, have you ever seen episodes of Arrow with Cody?
No.
Neither have I. Cody is a real actor, though.
Okay.
CM Punk is fake. He's bad. I watched this movie this morning. I literally took a day off work so that I could study and prepare for this episode. The movie, filmed in like 2019, is called like Girl in the Third Floor.
Oh yeah, I heard about this horror film. It? No, I haven't. No.
Do you know who's in it?
CM Punk's in it.
You ready for this? Phil Brooks is in it.
Oh.
You want to hear what his name is?
Go on. In the
movie.
Yeah.
Don Coke. Mr. with the Pepsi tattoo. His name is Don Coke.
Don Coke.
And the movie, he's drinking, he's smoking weed, even with his straight edge tattoos, not blurred out, not covered up. He's a phony.
It's a phony. But what I would say, though, is that's good acting. Because we know he's straight edge, yet he still can portray someone that does drink and does smoke.
But you can see his tattoos that say straight edge.
So what you're saying is that he's a bad actor because you can still see his tattoos.
No, he's a bad actor because he was bad.
Oh, right. Okay. I'm glad
he was the worst.
Sorry, I was getting confused there with the tattoo. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there were just like some lines where it was just like,
do you think he'll go back to Hollywood now that he's free, or do you think he will go to WWE?
I hope he goes to WWE because I'd laugh. Okay. But have you seen the movie?
No, the girl on the second floor.
Yeah, there is a shot.
Okay.
Where CM Punk goes to take a shower.
Okay.
Right.
Sexy scene.
Phil Brooks. Yeah. Sexy.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you also get to see him jerk off. If you've ever wanted to see CM Punk drink booze, crank it,
What's this film called? Just so I can.
Girl on the Third Floor.
Okay, Girl on the Floor. I'm just putting this to films I definitely need to avoid. Girl.
Yeah. And then there's a scene.
Okay, good.
Where he goes to shower. He's naked.
Right.
We don't get to see his pee-pee, unfortunately.
Okay.
But the shower, it's not turning on, so he turns it up. And then when he turns it up, bodily fluid, seminal bodily fluid comes flying out direct, money shot on his face, covering it. It's like I was on Pornhub.
What? Hang on, that's in the film?
Yeah.
He has a shower in like semen.
Yeah.
What's the plot of the film?
Okay, so the plot of the film is CM Punk and his hot wife, who's pregnant,
AJ Lee, yeah,
buy a house, and it's really messed up. So CM Punk says, "Let me fix this house."
Right.
So the majority of the movie is him and his dog fixing the house, and then his friend Milo shows up. But before his friend Milo shows up,
You mean Miro?
Yeah, his friend Miro shows up.
Miro, right.
And this hottie shows up named Sarah. And she's like blonde bombshell, legs for days, super cute.
Legs for me.
And what?
Legs for me.
Yeah. And she bones him. Well, he bones her.
Okay.
And even though he has a wife and a daughter on the way, he still boned her. But then like Miro finds out, and Miro's like murdered by her. And then I'm just gonna spoil the whole movie, okay?
Okay. Yeah, well, it's already on my definitely don't watch list, so that's fine.
And like the whole time all this is happening, the house is just jizzing everywhere. There's just semen everywhere. I'm not even joking. Like every scene is just semen,
Okay.
left and right.
And it's coming out the house.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The house has so many orifices. And then CM Punk kills himself.
Right.
And then the wife goes to surprise him, but of course he's dead.
Yeah.
And she finds out that the house used to be like I don't know, a sex worker's house, and unfortunately there was like a little girl who was brought into the trade or something. So, you know, probably like QAnon adjacent or something. So at the end of the movie, though, the pregnant wife kills the girl, the young girl who unfortunately had to get brought into the sex trade. So I don't kind of feel bad for that little girl because like it wasn't her fault.
I feel bad for you and anyone that watched the film. That's who I feel bad for.
I got to see CM Punk take a load to the face. I'm not disappointed.
Okay. Well, you know,
I got to see him go to a website called like Daddy Moans and sit in bed going like, oh yeah.
Right. Oh.
I got to see him text his friend saying, hey man, I'm sorry about what happened. I'll be better. And I might post that on Reddit and say like CM Punk texting Tony Khan 2023.
So CM Punk bought a house.
Yeah.
There was a lot of jizz everywhere.
Yeah.
Do you think in that moment he feared for his life?
Yeah, he did fear for his life a lot.
Okay. I wonder if that was a similar scene backstage at AEW All In when Tony Khan was fearing for his life as well.
You know, I actually know why Tony Khan was fearing for his life.
Okay, I need to know why.
His Nando's delivery was running late.
Let's go. So he ordered a cheeky Nando's, and it was running late.
Yeah,
got you. Jim said he saw the movie and it was not that great.
Jim, what did you think of the shower scene?
I mean, I don't know if we need to stick on the shower scene situation.
Why, you want to stick on the CM Punk in bed scene watching daddymoan.com?
I kind of want to explore Tony Khan fearing for his life a little bit more, to be honest.
Okay, what are you happy CM Punk's fired?
It's hard for me to comment because I don't know what's happened in regards to there's differing accounts. And so we have spent a long time over on the watch longs focusing on the stuff we know, which was Jack Perry, Real Glass, CM Punk, that kind of stuff. And even that, we don't know all the details, but a lot of that has been reported. And the point I was making is that if you look online, there's a lot of people that really don't like CM Punk that are putting all the blame on him. But Jack Perry has got to take some responsibility in this because of the whole Glass situation, blah, 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 right? As more information is coming out, more news is coming out, and we're hearing about him lunging towards Tony, and Tony saying on air, for some reason, that he feared kind of for his life. His life was in danger. Never ever been to a show where I've had to worry about my life. You know, as you start to hear...
He said safety.
He said life as well.
Really?
Yeah. Safety was one of them, but life was a buzzword.
Let me pull up his statement.
Pull it up. I think as we're hearing more, it's hard to know where the truth lives, where the truth lies. And I don't know. I just think that if it was that bad backstage, it becomes unavoidable. It becomes unavoidable that he's got to go. I just listened actually to a podcast that had Eric Bischoff on. And
why are you listening to our competitors?
I like to just feel warm about how much better we are.
Thank you.
So I was listening to Eric Bischoff, and he said that you know, if you was to let him get away with that, then you've set the precedent, and so if it happens again, you're in real trouble, because if you didn't get rid of him last time, Like it's going to be harder. And also, if you don't get rid of him this time, and something bad like this has happened backstage, if it happens again, whoever it happens to, they could come and say, well, you could have dealt with this before. You didn't deal with it before. Now look at the situation that we're in, blah, 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 which I do totally understand that aspect of it. So I don't know, it's really hard to comment on whether he should have gone or shouldn't have gone, because we don't know the full story. And I don't know if we'll ever know the full story. But it's really interesting how you've got like Dave Meltzer starting to kind of become public enemy number one and whatever. Have you seen all that with Dave coming out saying we were too easy on Punk?
I saw All In, I saw All Out. I didn't see all that, but I did listen to that podcast episode you're talking about, and it was interesting to hear Meltzer kind of be like, I was kind of being too easy on CM Punk.
Yeah, and there's been a big backlash here because the
WWE
are kind of on Dave's case, because they're seeing it that he's never liked CM Punk and he's always been friends with the Bucks and the Elite and all that kind of stuff. And so they're taking it that Dave Meltzer has always had it in for CM Punk. But then the people that are on kind of Dave Meltzer's side, they seem to have it in for Dave, because they're saying like, are you honestly now saying that you weren't reporting what you was hearing? Because if you're now saying that you like watered it down and was giving benefit of the doubt, that's not really what a journalist is meant to be doing. They're meant to be like talking about what it is that's happened. So, you know, Dave's kind of getting it from all angles at the moment, like from Punk fans and from non-Punk fans that, you know, are kind of like saying to Dave, what you could have exposed this a lot earlier. You could have told the truth if what you were hearing a few days ago was accurate. So the repercussions of this, the ripples of this, are very interesting to kind of watch as they're like playing out, you know?
Mm-hmm. Arlene wants you to explain exactly what Meltzer said.
So, well, that's what Meltzer said. Meltzer basically said that he, well, you heard the episode, didn't you? So I'm only going to be saying what you heard. It was that he said that, and he said that he and Brian, he spoke for both him and Brian Alvarez. He said, we've been too soft on him. We went too easy on CM Punk. You know, he said that the word he was really fixating on was the lunging words. So he said that from what he's heard, what he's been told, lunging, like CM Punk lunges towards Tony Khan backstage, that apparently is like quite a soft version of events. That is quite a nice way of putting it. Like, it seems like the version that Dave has heard, or is certainly hinting at, says that there was something more dramatic than just lunging at Tony Khan. But it seems that Dave didn't want to go that far. Perhaps he didn't feel confident in the source, and so he's just sort of watered it down. You know, again, we don't quite know where the truth lies. Everyone's getting their own version of events out. It's all getting kind of mixed up and mixed in. But it was really interesting for Dave to come out and go, we've been too soft on CM Punk, too light on CM Punk. What I've heard is a lot more extreme than what we've been reporting. But I was listening to Eric Bischoff's podcast just, and Conrad Thompson on that podcast said that he knows people in the industry, of course. I mean, he does podcasts with Jim Ross, Eric Bischoff, Jeff Jarrett, Tony Schiavone. His father-in-law is Ric Flair. Like, he knows people. So he's got plenty of contacts. He's been on AEW Dynamite before as well, Conrad. I remember him being in Jacksonville doing a little segment. And he said that he's been informed that whatever Meltzer is like hinting towards, whatever Meltzer's saying at the moment, is complete rubbish. So there is some serious differing version of events doing the rounds at the moment. You've got Meltzer teasing that what he's heard is quite extreme, more extreme than what he's reported. And then I've just heard Conrad Thompson say that he's been contacted by people saying whatever Meltzer's hinting at, whatever Meltzer's saying, even what Meltzer's already published is not a true reflection as to what happened. So we're kind of left in the dark. I mean, you know, we just don't know what actually went down. It could be, normally with these things, the truth tends to lie somewhere in the middle. But I think it's fascinating. It's one of the biggest stories of the year. I know that people are going to have fatigue with it, so I don't want to stick on it too long. But I know that this is definitely a topic that everyone's got an opinion on. Everyone wants to have their say on. And I think it's nice that we've approached it from a different angle of a shower that jizzes all over, like CM Punk's face.
That's how I feel as a fan.
Yeah. Oh,
that's
are you the shower or?
Honestly, I'm not sure.
Okay.
But something like that has happened. People are jizzing. I just don't know in what direction.
Okay.
You should really watch the movie.
I don't want to. I don't want to. I mean, you've done a great job. Very much. Very much.
I'm going to do a top 10 list of CM Punk's top 10 movies, okay?
Has he been in 10?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't know.
Number 10. Okay. Jeff Hardy, My Life, My Rules.
Okay.
Number 9. Undertaker, The Streak, 21-1.
These are great.
Number
films.
8.
Yeah.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, yeah.
Bottom line on the most popular superstar of all time.
That was great.
7. The True Story of WrestleMania.
Oh, I did actually enjoy that.
6. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman.
Okay. Yep. Good film.
5.
5.
CM Punk, Best in the World.
Oh, he was in that. Oh.
4. Which I'm surprised this is not higher.
Oh, okay.
The Flintstones and WWE, Stone Age SmackDown.
I'm surprised that his film about him is not number 1, to be honest.
It's not as good as
Flintstones.
The Flintstones. Yeah,
okay.
No.
Okay.
3. Rabid, where he plays a character named Billy.
Okay.
2. Jacob's Wife, where he plays a character called Deputy Colton. And then 1.
Jizz House.
Where he plays Don Coke.
Don Cock. So we're saying that Jizz House, where he plays the character of Don Cock, is the number 1 film that he's been in.
Yeah.
I think he should go back to Hollywood, because I think any film he makes could become his new number 1 film. Oh, hello, look at the shock.
So I readjusted it by rating, and
Flintstones.
It's a different list, but I digress. We went through it.
Okay. Well, what's the number 1 by rating?
CM Punk, Best in the World.
Okay, let's go. Better than the Flintstones. Unbelievable.
Flintstones is absolutely not dead last. Girl on the 5th floor. 3rd floor is dead last.
Is it really? Out of all of them you just listed, Jizz House is the worst one?
Yeah. So Jeff Hardy, My Life, My Rules is better than Girl on the 3rd floor. Flintstones, Stone Age SmackDown is better.
Yeah, there's no jizz in that. Well, I don't know, to be honest. I haven't seen it. I would be surprised.
Yeah, probably not.
I would be surprised.
So Jim Gore says Phil will have to wait until the actor strike is over. I want him back in movies. That everyone here is like, is he going to go to WWE? Is he going to Impact? Have him get jizzed in the face again. This is what I want to see. That is what I want to see.
That is Impact, though, isn't it? That is kind of what going to Impact is like. I think that's
being murdered and just by a shower.
Yeah. An episode of Impact is very much like Jizz House.
Let's be honest. No one's saying he should go back to acting, so we're breaking away from what everyone else is saying.
Yes, yeah, I like that. I like the fact we always stand out there. We always, and it is always because of you, approach these from a very different.
My research.
You did your research. You put that work in. You put that.
I watched that movie. I
God
saw
bless you.
CM Punk jerk it in
Lovely.
bed to daddy.
Thank you. I'm so grateful that you did. Can we talk about WWE Payback?
Oh my God, did you watch it?
I did watch it. Did you watch it?
I did not.
Oh, okay. So
I
do
was
you have?
supposed to.
Yeah.
But I was hanging out with my new roommates who are cool.
Oh, I want to talk about them anyway.
Okay.
Okay. So no thoughts on it, or any thoughts on it?
My fiance saw it and she said it was mid.
Okay. Yeah, I think she was right, to be honest. Becky Trish is a good cage match, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think they tuned in for that because they were watching Moana.
Okay, fair play. Did you watch AEW All Out?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on that, please?
I turned it off when CJ Perry came out, and I've tried to watch it every now and then, but it's a long one. I got kind of burnt out by the end of it. Like, I know Mox OC is apparently a really good match, but at that point, I was just looking at my phone because I was tired.
Was CJ Perry she must have been, mustn't she? I was trying to. Yeah, she must have been.
What?
I was trying to remember. I was trying to think if that was All Out or if that was like Dynamite. I can't remember.
It was All Out. It was so good.
Out.
That was the best match. IMO Russo versus Hobb.
Russo versus Hobb.
Yeah,
great match. Yeah. So okay. So yeah, I thought that it was a pretty decent offering. Actually, I thought it was pretty decent.
Yeah, for compared to Payback, I was surprised. I thought Payback would be the show of the weekend, and unfortunately, it wasn't.
Did you see Michael Cole having a little mention as well? Miz on Raw last night was fighting an invisible John Cena. Please don't ask. And Michael Cole said that Miz lunged at him, used the word lunged. And
CM Punk gonna come.
Well, you've seen that film. So what I want to do is just play this Grant Jameson video because Grant sent in a video, so makes sense because it's about Payback. So let's go over to the man, the myth, the legend, Grant Jameson.
Daze, Triple T, CM Punk. I'm gonna talk about Payback. Becky Lynch, Trish, fantastic match. Loved it so much. I absolutely also loved John Cena refereeing the LA Knight Miz match. That put a big old grin on my face. That's something else I was working on. Additionally, the KO Sammy street fight match. The only problem I have with it is the result. I wanted Sammy and KO to win, but I love the silliness. I love the hardcore WWE's version of hardcore matches. It's like I made that match myself. I love all that stuff. I make adult films for dinosaurs.
I love Grant.
Grant needs to create a movie for CM Punk.
Yes. In fact, it sounds like he's already started.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? It sounds like he's already started. That's right.
Hang on.
Did Grant direct Girl on the Second Floor?
Why has no one projected CM Punk entering his porn career era?
I you know what? It's right there, isn't it? It's right
his
there.
Acting is on par with like,
yeah. And he's got like aggression issues, and a lot of porn actors have like that kind of a
I watch a lot of really bad movies.
Oh, I thought you was going to say porn. I watch a lot of really bad porn.
My God. Okay, so I don't want to kink shame for anyone.
Oh my God, here we go. This is the good stuff.
I don't want to kink shame.
Oh, here we go.
But have you ever accidentally clicked on like a video not realizing what it was, exactly what fetish it was until you started watching it, and then it's like you see this thumbnail, it's just a hot chick. So it's like, of course I'm going to click on it.
Okay.
You don't? You just go to daddymoans.com and it's always going to be good?
Well, I mean, to be honest, no, I can't say I have done this. I mean, if I had, I would I would open up to it, but I feel like I ain't clicking on something unless I know all the information that's,
Okay.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, unfortunately,
You took,
it
you
was
so
a
you
fart.
took,
It
you
was a
took it.
fart fetish video, and it was the
Oh,
funniest thing I've ever seen.
but was it not? But was it? Surely that must have featured in the title or the thumbnail. Like, I don't know how you click on that without knowing.
I didn't read. I just saw a hot chick, so I clicked.
It's reckless, man. That is.
I live my life dangerously.
Yeah, that is dangerous. That is dangerous.
It was the funniest thing, though.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to kink shame,
No.
but that shiz. I didn't say it's funny.
Okay.
It's really funny.
So this young lady, I'm guessing.
Yeah,
was like on her own, or she on her own? She was on her own in a room on her own. Was it like a webcam thing?
Yeah.
Oh man, this feels dark. This feels really dark. So she was in a room on her own on a webcam, and it was it a live? Was it live or was it like a video?
No, it was pre-recorded.
Pre-recorded, but was it from a live?
I don't know.
Because I reckon this must be out there.
Okay, Arlene, coming to my benefit. Sometimes the titles are cut off.
Okay. I think she's...
Also, people are loving this conversation.
Well, I mean, look, we're treading careful. I think people can sense that we're treading careful. But I do want to dig a little deeper.
Okay.
So I can sense you're nervous. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I'm nervous?
Yeah, you was like, okay. Yeah. Right, so how did she introduce it? Was it just straight into it, or was it like...
I never watched the beginning. You always cut to the middle.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, I love getting to know them.
It's like watching one of your videos. I always skip the first minute or two.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, that I watch your videos the same way I watch porn.
You must get pretty disappointed.
I do, yeah. Unfortunately, I did like the glasses though. That was a little spicy.
Okay, yeah,
it was like role play,
moving in the right direction.
Yeah.
So okay, so you skipped that. So what was it? Just straight to the full orchestra?
Yeah.
And was she playing around with tone or anything like that?
Farting.
Just farting. Was it just bang, 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 or was it? Well, yeah, it was just quick fire, machine gun in it.
It's the 4th of July.
4th of July, machine gunning it out.
Batista.
Do you remember when that guy interrupted Batista and he was like, ah! Could you imagine if that happened while she was doing it? She's machine gunning away and some guy runs in and goes, ah! Let's go. Okay, so yeah. We're still digging.
No, we have to move on.
No,
Alexa, this gamer says this is disgusting.
Well, joke's on you because it was Alexa Bliss. Hard times. Now she's out of WWE. She got sacked. No, she didn't. Okay, so where was the buttocks?
What do you mean?
Well, I'm trying. If you're really into this thing, right? And I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying, whoever. If you're really into this thing, do you need to see the buttocks, or is it just...
I imagine.
Okay, so this is my point. Like, when you went halfway through, what kind of position was she in?
Ass position. Oh, sorry, I said a no word.
But what's that? What position is that?
Daze, you're trying to get me to remember a very...
I just want to remind you who brought this conversation up.
Listen, we were talking about CM Punk doing porn. How could I not go into a better topic?
Fair play. Maybe this is something CM Punk could explore.
I'm just saying there's a lot of money in fart porn. Apparently.
Okay.
I didn't know. This was a discovery today.
Okay. Today?
Yeah.
Okay.
5 minutes before doing this.
5 minutes before. You thought, I'll have a quick venture into the worlds of fetish pornography.
Yep.
And you stumbled across this video.
Yep.
Yeah, we still haven't established where her buttocks are, though. Are they...
I said in front of the camera.
So
like right there for you.
Right there.
I guess. I'm not the director. I don't.
Oh, no, but you watched the video. I'm not saying you're directing the girl, but you watched the video.
It was there.
Yeah, okay. So it was there, right there, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And when it happened, was the cheeks kind of parted, or was there a rippling effect? As
I didn't watch long enough, unfortunately.
Oh, what? You only watched one, two,
a couple, and then I laughed and closed it because I was
okay. And have you got plans to revisit?
I think that was enough for me.
Okay. Well, I mean, I feel like I've got more questions.
I feel like you need to investigate yourself.
I don't want to. I'd rather you do it, and then I'll just ask you.
Okay.
How often do you go onto these videos?
Once
a week or
once in a lifetime.
Once in a
like John Cena and The Rock. To bring it back to Payback for Alexa Bliss Gamer.
So you will have to go back in a year's time.
Yeah.
Once in a lifetime becomes twice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And have you ever found any other fun kinks?
You know, I feel real bad for the people who watch our show.
Oh, I do.
Are going to
every week. Yeah.
Be really upset about us laughing at the fart kink.
Okay.
Because I'm sure they're great people, and I imagine a lot of our audience is into that.
Yeah. In all fairness, I do sense that of our audience as well. I think that's why people are responding as positively as what they are.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, a sense that you don't want to go any further with this.
Yeah, I like how you're saying sense.
You know, just picking up on these things. Just picking up on a few bits. Okay.
Well, we killed Alexa Bliss Gamer, our only fan. So I think it would be important for us to talk about Gunther.
And Broken said Alexa Bliss definitely sells her farts for sure. I think she does on Live Shop More, actually, yes. I think that's what Live Shop More is, to be honest.
Do people actually do that? Let me Google it.
What, sell their farts? Well, and Broken said farts are for sale on eBay. Is this true? I'm going to look at this as well. I really do not want that in my history, though, do I?
It's for YouTube.
I know, but I still don't want it in my history. What other flipping recommendations am I going to get? I've Googled.
Yep. It's called Amaranth Fart Jar.
I've put farts in.
This is disgusting. Dog fart in a jar?
What? I don't have any of that. I wonder if I can show it on screen. You're gonna let me? Yeah, look. I've got nothing in a jar, but look, I've got stink bomb rotten egg scent, whoopee cushions, practical joke, sweet assortment. Oh, okay. I thought they taste like farts. Also, I think some of them probably are meant to. I actually don't have any jars that people are selling themselves, or at least nothing that's been listed. Are you saying in America you do?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. No, nothing. Just like proper products. That's what I've got. Proper products. We keep things on the up and up over here in the UK. Thank you very much.
You do. We are filthy in America, as you can tell from the CM Punk movie I watched.
Wow. So, okay, hang on. The things I wanted to talk about, CM Punk being fired. We've touched on that in a very bizarre way. The payback stuff can't really touch on, but it doesn't matter. Who cares? AEW All Out. We've kind of touched on it. What do you think? Do you think that this is going to massively affect AEW, CM Punk being out? No, you don't think it's going to affect them that much? Okay. What about Collision? He was a big part of Collision.
No one watches Collision anyway. It's on a Saturday. Everyone's busy.
Yeah, the ratings weren't brilliant. That is true. I mean, like, CM Punk does have no impact on Dynamite. Dynamite, you know, he's not been on Dynamite, and so you get like 800 and some odd thousand every week. But on Collision, that had gone down to like 360 or something like this. So, yeah. Yeah, maybe you're right. I mean, if that drops to 250, does it make the biggest of differences? From 360 to 250. I mean, it's still low, in it.
It's a very low show. It's going to be the lowest show of all time.
The lowest show of all time.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought I had something to tell you. Oh, I got a package from Stash Pages.
Okay.
Remember how...
Is that the one you wanted to unbox?
Yeah, remember how like a while ago I got like one of their surprise boxes. I spent like $50 and you said it was weak and I wasted my money.
Yeah.
I did it again.
Okay, nice, good.
And we can all determine if I wasted my money or if I did it really good.
Yeah, I feel like you definitely did waste your money again.
So, are you ready?
Have you got it? I thought this was outside.
No, it's in my car.
Are you going to go run and get it or something?
Next week.
Jeez.
Jim Gore says Punk was the #1 merch seller. I'm pulling up Pro Wrestling Tees right now. They do have CM Punk still.
Yeah.
Top sellers. Let's go. What do you want? Monthly or weekly?
Monthly.
Okay.
Top merch sellers on Pro Wrestling Tees.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Monthly.
All AEW would be my guess for the top 10.
Okay. Top seller. AEW live event mystery grab bag shirt.
Okay.
Then Adam Cole and MJF better than you, baby.
Okay.
Then Bullet Club Gold. Then Young Bucks. Then a botched shirt. Then All in London
what?
jersey.
Like
botched shirts. They sell shirts that they messed up for super cheap.
I thought you meant it was a shirt that said botch on it, and I was like,
no.
Okay.
And then Kangaroo Kick, MJF, then All in London, then CM Punk.
Don't you think that's crazy that Kangaroo Kick shirts are selling?
I find it funny that it's selling more than CM Punk.
Okay. Wrestle Dream logo looks like the WrestleMania. Yeah, what is Wrestle Dream? Wrestle
Dream is going to be a future pay-per-view in October taking place in Seattle. It's going to be produced by All Elite Wrestling, a wrestling company in America, and it's going to feature different wrestlers engaging in wrestling feuds, and it's going to be in honor of New Japan's founder Antonio Inoki, with the event taking place on the 1-year anniversary of his passing. I know Tony Khan said he's open for people from New Japan and Japan to be involved with it, and I think his goal to have it be kind of like Forbidden Door.
So is this just not another Forbidden Door?
It is, but it's a tribute show.
Okay. Are they trying to get to 12 pay-per-views a year? Is this what they're trying to do?
Do you want me to text Tony?
No, don't. I wouldn't wish that on you. Kervin said, do you think CM Punk news overshadowed All Out, Payback, and Gunther victory? Because no one was talking about that. What do you think?
You know what I think? I went to YouTube yesterday to watch your live of AEW Raw. And I see some other wrestler guy. I forget his name. Is some bloke. And he's trying to stream too. Of course, he doesn't have as many views as you, but he has a lot. And I clicked on his stream, and lo and behold, copyright infringement. He is playing the audio of Raw how do these people get away with this? How are they not getting sued instantly? And what's going on, Daze? What's going on?
I can't comment because I don't watch other streams because obviously I'm streaming, so I don't know. I know that there have been other live streamers from the UFC world. I don't know about WWE, but from the UFC world that have included audio. I also know that resulted in them getting flagged. So I don't know. It would strike me as a very dangerous game to play. One that I don't see the I don't see the point in risking it personally. So I don't know. I mean, it's hard to know because I think WWE, they can decide whether to make that an issue or not. If WWE, what I would imagine they would likely do at some point is probably flag it, but not copyright strike it, but just take all the revenue from it. So any money that it generates goes to WWE because they, rather than copyright striking, they'll just take the revenue instead. That is an option that you can do on YouTube where you know, it's the copyright owner that gets the revenue for a video, whatever. So your video stays up and all that kind of stuff, but it doesn't generate any income for the actual channel. It goes to the copyright holder. You get that, don't you, when you've got a copyrighted song or something? You could choose to leave it in, but the money will go to them, or you could take it out and then obviously, you know, swap it over or do something else. So I don't know. I mean, could be that they're willing to run that risk. It could be that they are aware that WWE's not really interested in hitting like little YouTube channels that play their audio, and so I don't know. It's not something that I've ever looked into, but knowing that UFC hit people that were doing audio, it would definitely, it's definitely a risk I wouldn't want to run.
I was just mad because he was taking 500 people away from your stream. That's how I saw it.
You're always going to have competition, aren't you? Anything you
No.
do. Oh, okay, no.
You shouldn't have to have competition.
No, should be a monopoly.
Yeah,
monopoly. That's what we need.
Yeah.
So, what did you think? Did you think that it distracted?
It was weird. It was like, why am I listening to Raw and watching some dude's face like,
No,
oh,
I don't know what you're on about. We're not talking about that stream. I'm talking about the CM Punk news.
Did it distract from what? All Out?
Did it distract from All Out? Yeah, and Payback and Gunther.
Well, I think the issue here, for who asked that question? Jim Gore?
No, Curvin.
So, Jim, I think the issue there is that for WWE fans, CM Punk news is basically, is he coming to WWE? And then it's done and over. AEW fans don't care about Payback. They don't care about Gunther. They only care about AEW because they're babies. WWE fan only care about CM Punk, as in CM Punk coming back to WWE. So I'm going to say no, it didn't overshadow. I'm also going to say that the fact that I've seen a lot of people talking about Kevin Kelly. I've seen a lot of people talking about the fact that John Cena showed up last night. The fact that I heard more people talking about that John Cena segment than the Gunther segment. And I think it's really important for everyone to understand that WWE has tooted financial success of Payback 2023. So it wasn't overshadowed because people certainly watched Payback, which happened the same day. People certainly said that the Becky Lynch match was incredible. People certainly said that the Shinsuke Nakamura didn't deliver. People certainly said that the Great Muta showed up. And it's not like it overshadowed it, because WWE fans, AEW fans, while they're all wrestling fans, we are split, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting one. I mean, I think that it did overshadow certainly AEW's All In show, because I think people would have been talking a lot more about the size of that show. Could it be repeated?
And how British the crowd was.
How painfully British the crowd was.
Yeah.
I think they would have been talking a lot more about that than they would about CM Punk. So I think it's hurt that show. I was surprised at how little the crowd were chanting for him at All Out. Like, there was only the one match I remember where they were making any CM Punk noises. Other than that, that was the Bucks match. So the Bucks were in there, and it was weird because the crowd had been like, there'd been no Punk signs. It was like the crowd had been, quite polite. We were having a conversation of, can you see many shirts? And I was like, well, I can see some. Can't see loads of Punk shirts. I can see plenty of other shirts as well. Like, it's not like that everyone sat there in CM Punk shirts. It's not like everyone sat there with a CM Punk sign. There was no sabotaging of the show or CM Punk chants all night, nothing. Everything was fine. And then you get to the Young Bucks match, and it was like the crowd just got woken up. And all of a sudden, big CM Punk chants, signs appearing that hadn't appeared before. And one sign I did see that said, "You won't be missed, Phil." So there was plenty of, anti-CM Punk sentiment in there as well. But I found it really strange how they sort of saved that for the Bucks. I don't quite get it. I'm not on the forums. I'm not in the discussion groups. I don't quite get where the fans' anger is heading towards. I think different fans are throwing it in different directions. Like, it was just surprising to me to see the Bucks getting some heat here, because to my knowledge, they've got nothing to do with this. Like, they've got nothing to do with Jack Perry and Real Glass and all that kind of stuff. There is a conspiracy theory that the Bucks put Jack Perry up to it, right? But I mean, that's just, there's no evidence of that. There's no, I think there's just as good a chance that Jack Perry is an idiot and he did it of his own accord, and that's what started it all. But the problem is, if you really set CM Punk off, then, oh God, I mean, anything can happen, and as we're seeing, and we still don't know what actually went down. So yeah, it's a real interesting one. It's a real interesting one.
Did you know that SmackDown's going to be in Boston this week?
No, but it's really interesting because they go to Boston a lot, don't they? They go to Boston a lot. Like, a lot of shows like WWE have been in Boston a lot, and AEW been going to Boston a lot. Like, that place is just, I feel like I'm going to watching Boston quite a bit at the moment.
You should move.
Do you know what I Googled as well? I don't know why, just randomly. The nicest cities. Oh, we could have done this. Could have had a look at the nicest cities in the US, and you could have shared your thoughts. And Boston was on that list. In fact, we might have.
Of course. Yeah, cheers.
Best cities in USA. Is there a top 10 or 18? 18 best cities. 15 best cities. Let's go 18 best cities, and we'll just look at the top 10. 18 best cities. Here we go. Right. So tell me if you agree or disagree. This is on Time Out. So they do lots of, like, travel information. These are the best restaurants to go to. These are the best places to visit, blah, 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 right? So this is their top 10. You might not have heard of all of these. I don't know. Number 10, LA, Los Angeles, sun, sand, movies.
It's all right.
Would you say top 10? I mean, I've got to think there's a lot to do there.
I'd imagine Worcester's more fun, so no.
Not top 10 for you?
No.
Okay. Number 9, Chicago. Frank Lloyd Wright buildings, deep dish pizza.
Hell no.
Not Chicago.
Midwest, no. Midwest is weird.
Again, though, I mean, I would imagine lots of things to do there. I mean, that would strike me as a place that's got, like, a really good nightlife. It's obviously got a good culture. It's got passionate wrestling fans.
Yeah, but CM Punk's from there, so no. Hell no.
I think Chicago would be a really interesting place to visit. You must have been multiple times.
No, I'd never.
You've never been?
No, I almost went for All In, but I didn't.
It's not. We've spoke about this before. It's not that far for you, is it?
No, it would have been like a 4-hour flight, 2-hour flight.
2-hour flight, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I was adding the sit around like a bozo.
Yeah. Okay, so Chicago doesn't make your list.
No.
Okay, I don't know anything about this one. Right, this is out of my comfort zone. Number 8, Salt Lake City. No matter where you are in Salt Lake City, the snow-capped Rocky Mountains are never out of sight. They tower over the uber-clean city, a stunning landscape fit for a painting. Salt Lake City.
Utah?
Utah.
Never been. Why would I go?
Don't know. Have you got any... I mean, I'm looking at the mountains right now. Beautiful. I feel like I should probably put this up on screen rather than me just looking at it and enjoying it. Maybe others should look and enjoy it as well. So, Utah, are you going to agree with them?
Yeah, it looks gorgeous. Looks much better than Chicago. Also, Stand and Fight says, how do you know if it's bad if you've never been? Stand and Fight, if CM Punk is from a place, you know it's probably bad Bananaville. Also, I've seen Batman, The Dark Knight, and that was filmed in Chicago. So, like, a lot of crime there.
Okay, well, look, this is the top 10 so far. So, LA was number 10. Chicago was number 9. Salt Lake City at number 8. Number 7, Milwaukee. You probably didn't know that Milwaukee holds the world's largest music festival, Summerfest, over 3 consecutive weekends. When this massive festival goes down, the Pretty City by Lake Michigan goes more than crazy. 12 stages, 600 artists, more than 500,000 fans. Wow, that are they bigging up Milwaukee or this festival? I don't know which one they're bigging up here, but what do you think about Milwaukee in, I want to say, Wisconsin?
It's Midwest. It's disgusting. Absolutely not.
No, again.
Have you listened to their state anthem?
No.
That's your issue. You need to listen to it.
Okay. How does it go? Just give me a quick. Is it like? I'm out. It sounds trash. Right.
Yeah, so you're with me too?
I'm with you. Number 6, New Orleans. After 300
Love
years.
It. Yes. Never been, but I love it.
New Orleans gets big.
My God. Yeah. Southern drawl, vampires. Yes.
Okay. Right, we're getting into the top 5. Number 5. Okay. Charleston. South Carolina, is it? SC?
Okay. South Carolina. No, absolutely not. Why would I go to South Carolina?
Is that what SC is? South Carolina. Yeah. Okay.
Only go to North Carolina.
Fair play. So no to Charleston.
Grant is really mad at us slandering Wisconsin for that song.
Okay.
No to South. If it was North Carolina, this would be different.
Number 4, Seattle.
Yeah. Seattle, Pearl Jam, of course.
And Frasier.
Frasier
Gets it for Frasier.
Yeah.
I've heard though that
that's a better state theme song than Wisconsin.
I actually saw a video the other day on YouTube though. Apparently there's a really bad drug problem in Seattle, like homelessness and
all America. Yeah,
really bad there and LA. Apparently this video was
Boston.
Like, it's Boston. No, I never. No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Number 3, San Francisco, a beautiful city built on massive hills.
No, you gotta be rich.
No to San
Is this
Fran.
to visit or to live?
This is to visit.
Ding. Yeah,
Okay.
you could visit.
Okay, so at the moment you've gone San Fran, you've gone New Orleans, and you've gone Seattle. I think they're the only 3 that you've given thumbs up to.
Irvin wants to know what about Japan?
It hasn't made the top 10 places to visit in the UK, unfortunately. No, in the US.
In the UK.
In the UK. Right, here we go then. Number 2. Oh. Actually, I'm really interested now you think about this. Number 2, history and modernity are joined at the hip. One of America's first big cities and still one of the best. It's the place where federal architecture harkens back to the 1600s, juxtaposed with ultra-modern buildings. Speaking of architecture, be sure to see the Back Bay row houses, the usual Instagram fodder that is actually an eye-catching must-see. From chowder to lobster rolls, Boston also loves its seafood. So be sure to visit the city's best raw bars. You got raw bars?
Yeah, we actually do.
Have you got SmackDown bars?
No.
Have you got AEW Dynamite bars?
So Stand and Fight is calling me out for only saying yes to Harbor Towns, and that is actually really true.
Go on then. Number 2 on this list of the most beautiful places in the USA.
Just to visit, not to live.
To visit Boston. Do you love it?
Yeah, I visit it often.
Okay.
Also, Dan wants us to shout out Canada.
Didn't make the top 10. Didn't make the top 10, unfortunately. So we can't, unfortunate. Okay, so what do you think number 1 is?
It has to be Portland, Maine.
What makes you say that?
Because Portland, Maine's one of the best places in America to visit.
Is it?
Oh, it's so good. If you like restaurants, yeah, you go to Portland, Maine.
I thought Portland was a bit of a hipster joke place.
That's Oregon. Oregon.
Oh, that's a different Portland.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking Portlandia.
Google Portland, Maine.
I don't want to. What's okay? Nope. So you're going that? Are people also putting in their thoughts? What number 1 is? What's number 1?
Stand and Deliver says Vancouver, British Columbia.
Okay.
Jim Gore says Canada. Everyone's really pushing Canada.
Canada.
They're really hoping Canada's number 1.
Oh, is Canada the best city to visit?
Alexa Bliss Gamer is also saying Maine.
Maine. Okay.
The whole state.
The whole place. Here we go then. Number 1 is Portland, Oregon. Portland, is it Oregon?
Is it really?
It is. Yeah.
It's not Maine, it's Oregon.
Is this, hang on, is this the bad one?
Maine is the one I told you should go to.
Oh,
I've never been to Oregon, but
so hang on, Portland, Oregon. Because by the way, when you said Portland, I was like, no way, he's got it. But you're telling me that this is the different Portland.
Yeah.
Is this the Portlandia Portland?
Yes.
Yeah. I'd have voted for this. Just for how sick that theme tune is. The start of Portlandia is so good.
I appreciate Stand and Fight is finally like shaking hands with me and was like, no, they picked the wrong Portland. They've
killed it, man. Portland, Oregon. Portland is known for many things. Its eccentric culture, its incredibly creative restaurants, its theater, its art scene, its outdoor beauty tops the list of reasons to visit. There we go, man. Portland.
They're not wrong.
Oregon.
Yeah, I hear it's incredible, but
hey, do you know what? I want to have a look just to see. Did Portland, Maine make it anywhere? Number 11 was Nashville. Number 12 was Washington, D.C. Number 13. Number 13 was St. Louis.
Louis.
St. Louis.
Louis.
Number 14 was Miami. Number 15, New York City. Number 16, San Diego. Number 17, Las Vegas. Number 18, Orlando. No Portland's Maine.
Portland, Maine is beautiful. I love it there. There's a lot to do, a lot to eat, a lot to see.
Do you know what? When you actually go
touristy, but it's so good.
When you go down a list of places in America, it's pretty stunning, isn't it? You know, like Orlando, Las Vegas, New York City, Miami. Do you know what I mean? Like New Orleans, like Nashville. You go, oh my God. Like each one has got such a rich culture. They're just world.
And then you got Boston.
Well, Boston, number 2 on the list.
It looked nice.
Number 2. Yeah. Hey, you got a big skyscraper. What's that called?
The Hancock.
I didn't know that, but feels like we're back to the CM Punk film
Wrapping
again.
Everything together in a nice little bow,
which is good because I need to go. So
yeah,
awesome.
NXT.
Yeah, NXT. Appreciate the support and for everyone that's joined us. And Triple T, thanks a lot for your insight as usual.
Thank you.
Yeah,
this is always an opportunity for us to both try and get canceled.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what? We do a pretty good job, but
speaking of, my fiance called you out for the Matt Riddle fingernail comment. I forget why, but I'll try and remember that for next week.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah,
I think that was my biggest attempt at getting cancelled.
Yeah,
but turns out I can't be cancelled. So winning. Right, yeah. Next week we'll go again. Next week. Awesome. Thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate the support, and see you again next time. Bye for now.